Guys, we are in Cirencester, and the eagle-eyed amongst you might have noticed that I'm not in either the motorhome or even my van. But not to worry, Kerry and the dogs have gone as an advance party with the motorhome. I'm on my way to join them. But first of all, I have an errand to run, so I'll catch you in a bit. 2 degrees is about as warm as it's getting this weekend, so it's going to be a chilly one. I get a sneak peek at the town centre as I run my errand, and I'm already feeling the vibe and looking forward to exploring more. But there's an important task at hand, and I head for this extravagance of pink. Luxe Cafe Bar has a very enticing Facebook page, and the place itself did not disappoint. I picked up some sweet treats for later, and it's not long until we show you those. Then it was back to the car and off to join the rest of the gang and tuck into those treats. So, we've settled in. It's a really busy site. There is a food wagon setting up on campus, but we've brought our own with us. HelloFresh, if you want to sponsor us, then you know where we are. But yeah, brought something easy for tonight. Probably eat out tomorrow. Right, let's get this thing on the go.
Do we even like gochujang? I don't know.
We like noodles.
Everything's gochujang, isn't it?
I don't know what it is. Maybe we should look it up one day.
It's probably like dog or something.
I doubt it, given that it's veggie.
Well, whatever gochujang is, it slipped down nicely. The dogs settled into their usual spots for a relaxed evening so that we were ready to hit Cirencester hard in the morning. Well, good morning from a grey and pretty cold Cirencester. We've driven in because it's probably a little bit cold for the dogs. It'd be fine for humans. And we are going to start our day the best way possible with a coffee at the place behind us, which is called Rave, and it's just outside the town centre on a sort of industrial estate bit, but the town centre is literally just across the road in front of me. So looks like it'll be a good start to the day. We always try to do some research before we arrive somewhere, especially into coffee shops, and this one stood out as a contender. We weren't disappointed. It had a nice, light, modern feel, good coffee, a relaxed atmosphere, and friendly staff. Being dog-friendly and with alternative milks on offer, what was not to like? On a weekend, customers can park for free, with easy access into town, so that's what we did. The walk into and around town was interesting. Plenty of different architecture, new and old, to look at, and a mixture of residential streets and independent and your more typical high street shops. We couldn't resist picking up some more goodies from Luxe. We didn't realise at the time, but it is dog friendly, so next time we'll sit in, and there will be a next time. There are shops and cafes tucked away in a plethora of alleys and courtyards, definitely somewhere you could spend a lot of time browsing and a lot of money buying. But note that many of the shops and cafes weren't open on Sundays. That might just be a low season thing, but worth checking out. You're not short of a tea room, are you? And they look good. It's not like some places where they look a bit ropey. These actually look really good.
Please, no dogs, drink or food. Fuck you, not a boutique.
Which is a shame because that crocheted poncho is right up my alley. Through the unassuming bin alley. Yeah, but some of the best things. See, you've got 5p. 5p towards a waffle. This bakery caught our eye. We tried to walk away, but it lured us back, and we couldn't resist the temptation of something savoury for lunch. Having had our fill of the shopping streets, we headed for some greenery and the abbey grounds, which are right in the centre of town, behind the church of St John the Baptist. A monk? Oh wow, there is. We should go and look at that. You've got some history to tell us about what these are? No, okay. Is that the way to Amarillo? Little tip on public toilets. I think the ones in the town centre that I saw yesterday were pay ones, but if you need a free one, pop into the Abbey grounds. The ones just behind me are free, and the one I've just used was really decent. Really liking Cirencester so far. It's quite compact. The buildings are interesting. There's a lot of like nice looking shops. If you want a coffee or a tea, you are spoilt for choice. The dog's just trying to eat something. And you've got this amazing, the Abbey grounds, basically in the centre as well. Loads of greenery if you've got a dog or on a sunny day for a picnic. We decided to pop into the church for a quick look, but stayed longer than we'd expected, as it was surprisingly interesting and impressive. Quite warm too, with underfloor heating, and dog friendly. The dogs did seem to really love it in here and were totally chilled out as we carried them round. You can take them on leads on the floor, but we just didn't want to risk it in case they got a bit carried away.
28th.
Yeah.
They're doing 24 hours of walking.
Wow.
It's quite a thing, isn't it?
That's what monks do, isn't it? There's a monk. There's a monk. I don't think it's a monk. Yeah? Do you like it here? Sandy's quite chilled, aren't you? I think he quite likes it here. We had a quick look round the Saturday market and even an art gallery, which was dog friendly too, before starting to walk back to the car. Although it was now quite chilly, as we were close to it, we decided to nip quickly to the Roman amphitheatre, which is just outside the town centre, within walking distance, although there is also a small car park. Quite randomly, it is right next to a modern housing estate.
No,
So that's an amphitheatre over there.
150 metres away, I'd estimate.
Would you?
Yeah,
Is this the second largest Roman city in Britain?
apparently so.
Okay, right. On the basis it's cold and the football is about to begin, shall we head home?
Why not?
Back in the moho, we tucked into those baked goods and watched Watford draw away at Sunderland.
No room for a proper game, so it will be a case
What
of,
do you
as
do,
we said
Andy?
before, I think the back line is very young.
Yeah, that's not yours, is
It's
it?
got
A lot of
like
experience,
cheese on
like
it.
Premier League and international experience in there.
Then it was time to crack into the sweet treats, a scotchy and a cookie pie, both of which were excellent.
If your only problem is to ski
Oh, look at that.
or après-ski,
That does look good.
So when you stay on the campsite for a £10 cash only deposit, you can get a key card for the adjacent Bathurst estate, which apparently does allow you to walk the quickest route into Cirencester itself and also gives you access to the park itself. So we are going to go and check that out. Right, let's see if this works. It looks like it does, that's good. Well, don't worry, I'm not going to film you doing that, buddy, but a little bit of off-roading in your coat. The park is literally adjacent to the campsite, so it's a great amenity, especially if you have dogs. Probably says, do not approach the camel, you will be shot.
Fulham Bridge closed. This gate is temporarily closed while the grass on the walking route behind it recovers from the winter weather.
It's a fine beast. I assume it's sort of life-size. Are you life-size, mate? You're not massively impressed, are you, buddy? The estate is also home to the Old Kennels, which has some shops and restaurants clustered in this courtyard. Join us a bit later as we have a cheeky pizza. After a rest, the humans are back to check out Cattivo, not sure if I'm pronouncing that right, which turned out to be excellent. Delicious pizzas which slip down very easily indeed, along with a couple of ciders. We would definitely recommend it, and we will definitely be back. Well, good morning. It's Sunday and it's time to go home. So, first of all, we had a little walk through the park, back through town. We went back to Rave because we knew that it was dog friendly and quite calm. Had a coffee there, walked back to the campsite where we've packed up. Obviously, I arrived in the car, so I'm in the car again, which does mean that the motorhome, the advance party, is gone. Already, because the museum in town don't think it's dog friendly, and also it's not really Kerry's sort of thing. Not sure if it's my sort of thing, but with it being an old Roman town, sort of interested in the Roman bits and pieces, so I'm just going to pop there and then drive home after I've done that. It does only open at 2 o'clock on a Sunday in the winter. It's just gone 12, so I've got a couple of hours to kill. I think first of all I'm going to crack into a pre-made sandwich in the hope that I don't succumb to temptation in a cafe while I'm whiling away those 2 hours. Quite a good place to park. Don't know how busy it is in the centre. There are quite a lot of car parks. I'm in some on-street parking which is free with no restrictions on a Sunday. It is limited to 2 hours the rest of the week during the daytime, but it seems quite a handy spot. They're not actually marked spaces, so if you had a reasonable sized camper van I think you'd be alright to park here, and it's just a short walk into town back that way. But anyway, let's crack into the sandwich and then have another scoot round and pick you up at the museum in a bit. As I mentioned before, many things are closed on a Sunday, which was probably a good thing for my bank account. First off, I headed towards the Norman Arch. The Roman wall will come next. The arch did seem to be scaffolded if I was looking at the right thing, but it was worth walking up here as there were plenty of other interesting things. How cool are the carvings in this fallen tree? There's also this colourful hare, one of a few in the town. The hare has been a symbol of Cirencester since Roman times, with a 4th century AD mosaic, which you saw in the museum, depicting a hare feeding, rather than one in a hunting scene, which apparently makes it unique. Some more modern but equally good to look at mosaics are found here too. Heading towards the Roman wall, I find another hare, this one unfortunately with a war wound. So I've been following a sign that said to the Roman town wall. I've been going for what feels like ages, so I think it might just be up there. If it's not, I'm going to sack it off. But look at these cool guys. What a shame he's missing an ear though, but you're still beautiful. But no, behind me here, only about a minute's walk from when I did my last piece to camera, is the remains of the Roman wall. Apparently Cirencester was the 2nd biggest Roman town in Britain, and I'm pretty sure if I dig through my old photos there is a picture from a school trip here many decades ago. Maybe I'll do that when I get home. But yeah, best of all, no one else is here. The wall is another of those significant ancient things right next to a modern housing estate, which I actually quite like as I think it makes them feel more accessible and relatable. Time to go back into the centre of town towards the museum. I've actually just seen, I think, a gold crest, which I believe Britain's smallest bird, so you know, we're full of exciting limited edition stuff around here. And if it's not giving too much away, as a hint, our next destination next month, we might see another Roman wall, so yeah, look out for that one coming soon. Back in town, I scoot round some of the shops before succumbing to a soup in Jack's. A bit chaotic when I arrived, but it calmed down and was perfectly placed right next to the museum.
All those little moments, the bus you didn't catch me looking over my shoulder, just at the right time. Those little moments.
There we have it, Cirencester. It has been a really good weekend. Nice little town. Lots to see and do here. Lots of places to just chill out, get a coffee, which suits us really well, and I expect it's a really good base if you want to venture further into the Cotswolds. So yeah, would definitely recommend. Just on the way to pick up the car now and head home. It's another holiday close to home, probably 50 minutes drive or so back home, but it has felt like we've been away, even though it's only been 2 nights. We've felt like we have had a good holiday. So if you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. If you've enjoyed, please do like, subscribe and share, and we'll see you next time. Cheers!